Welcome to the Super GT300 Online Championship. This is Carsten talking. We are at Spa and we have a lot of new drivers. In pole position we have GT Da Vinci followed by Gignac. Flanked got third place, followed by Filipino, Carsten, pink car of Tobias, Snake, Logic, Gavin, and Skang and Aboe that had quite severe power penalties, and in last position another newcomer, Give. No clue what is the correct spelling, to be honest. Let's see what happened at Spa. And I hope you enjoy the new logo. So they are starting now. A perfect start from Da Vinci with his incredibly fast, surprisingly fast Garaya. I didn't expect it to nail the pole on first try, followed by the beautiful Impreza. And here we are approaching Eau Rouge, and we have Filipino and Flanked fighting side by side. Gavin had a good start too and was in front of Snake. Impreza's being all-wheel drive have a really great start. And here we have Filipino and Flanked drafting each other. Let's see at the first upcoming turn what will happen. Flanked goes to the inside, Filipino stays outside, and Flanked manages to pass, goes a little wider, but manages to keep his position. Behind here we are seeing Skang attacking Gavin. Here we have Carsten followed by Tobias, and Aboe and Skang fighting. In front of Snake we can see Tobias, Carsten and Filipino. Carsten was putting pressure on Filipino, and this didn't brought good results actually, because in a few turns Carsten would miss brake at bus stop, touching Filipino that moved from inside to outside suddenly. Carsten didn't take all that could to avoid it. He could have somehow felt it, let's say so, and didn't stop. So at the end of the race he would take 10-second penalty and a warning, meaning -2 championship points. Here we are approaching the aforementioned crash. Filipino staying out inside and moving outside, and too late for Carsten to brake. And here Carsten just moves on, not good from him. Sorry again Filipino, I was sure it wasn't my fault, otherwise I would have waited. In front we have again Da Vinci and Jig. They were doing somehow their own race, close to each other, far from the others. The only one that was maybe as fast as them was Flanked with his full power Mazda, but he made a really awful lot of mistakes along the race. Here we have an attack on the outside, but nothing to do. Da Vinci manages to block beautifully. Here we are on second lap. Flanked was pushing hard, trying to keep pace with the first two and going wide on the sand. Now here going wide again on dirty tires. Carsten having a good acceleration as Tobias, and both passing him. approaching bus stop again. Quite close for Carsten and Tobias. Carsten stays on the outside. Tobias didn't attempt anything. All clean. Fast forward. After Eau Rouge, the three cars, thanks to draft, are sticked one to another. Flanked easily, drafts Tobias and passes him, and almost manages to even outbrake Carsten, almost managing to pass two cars in one turn. Quite an impressive display. Here we're watching Abo. He starts, and starting grid wasn't so good, but he managed to be extremely constant. Here he is following Snake and making good use of his draft. Skang had a masterful, Ebo had a masterful race in my opinion. He managed to have a different strategy with a really early pit, then making very long stints, and he managed to stay on other drivers' draft almost all of the race, and that brought him in 5th position at the end. Really impressive result for him. And here a beautiful pass on Snake. Behind them Gavin and Skang still there. Here Eboe manages to defend cleanly. No major issues, but those behind are packed together. And here we have Abo, Gavin and Snake fighting each other on lap 5. Abo drafting and being really aggressive behind Gavin. Gavin had a really fast first stint, then somehow slowed down his pace, a little disappeared from the race. Here Abo trying to get out the inside, still drafting, no one going wide. Well done, guys. There was really little instances of off-track behavior, taking advantage of wrong lines. So compliments to all drivers. Abo a little uncertain on the turn, and Snake really close to him, ready to attack. Here they are approaching bus stop. We are watching from Gavin car. Abo defending, staying on the inside. No, outside, my bad. Side by side. And he managed to defend, beautiful. And behind them there's Logic Line losing his car and crashing. And Filipino here was taking advantage of that, closing the gap after the first lap crash and passing here Logic Line on first turn, then taking all his power down, drafting Skang through Eau Rouge, and in the end passing two cars in something like 20 seconds. Here it is. Skang can do basically nothing to defend. And well done. Skang tries to resist, but no use. And here we have a Given and Logic Line on lap 6. We haven't seen much of Given so far, but this was his time. Logic Line having a bad acceleration out of turn 1. He had a crash the lap before, and Given is drafting him all the way through Eau Rouge. Logic Line had a power penalty of -20 after his brilliant win last round, so he had little chances to defend from such an attack. And here Given completes his pass cleanly and beautifully. Well done. Here we have above Snake and Filipino. Filipino was really fast in recovering in position, taking advantage of other cars' draft, and closed on the pack quite fast. Here boy seems to try and attack Snake at bus stop, but he had a different strategy actually. He went and pitted early and then had 2 really long stints. Instead Snake on the other hand had 2 very long stints and 1 last really short. Here on lap 9 we have Gavin and Tobias fighting for 5th position, if I'm not mistaken. Gavin drafting Tobias, taking the outside after draft. Let's see. Yes, you can see on the rear mirror that he had quite more than enough speed to close the pass easily. Here we have Filipino and Snake. Here, Snake going really wide, feeling the pressure from Filipino. We are on lap 11, and Filipino drafting him. Going side by side, both cars are at full power. And Snake, what a control! That was impressive. Not really fast for the car, not very good for the driver's nerves, but a beautiful control. And Filipino brings home the position. And now we are quite fast forward. It's already night. There was nothing interesting at sunset, so no sunset for you guys. Just enjoy the stars. On lap 27, flanked just by a few seconds, managed to exit the pits in front of Snake and Karsten. Snake here is fighting with flanked, but he would later had an extra pit. Quite unexpected for other drivers. For example, I was behind him here, and I had no clue that he had to stop again. And that was quite scary because I was really fast on empty tanks and really consistent with his time. Here Karsten and Snake fighting had little slowing down their pace and letting Flanked get him a little away. As said before, Flanked was really fast, but he made an incredible amount of mistakes. Still, he was so fast that even mistakes were not a problem. And here we have Snake making a mistake under pressure from Karsten, and Karsten taking position. '28th lap, Flanked had a bad acceleration out of bus stop, and Karsten manages to take a momentary 3rd place. And these three now all drafting each other through Eau Rouge. Quite an exciting moment in the race. Karsten here has actually no chances of keeping his position, being drafted by two cars both with more horsepower. Let's see, all the three side by side. Karsten goes for the inside. Flanked takes outside, same as Snake, and Flanked easily outbreaks Karsten, goes a little wide but manages to keep his car. No! He loses it and Karsten takes back third position. Beautiful fight for him. One lap later, again Karsten and Flanked fighting. Snake is behind them and would pit. So he was somehow out of the game. And here Flanked drafts Karsten, completely overpowers him, takes the inside easily, and from here now that is practically goodbye. On lap 32 we have a boy, Tobias and Snake fighting for 5th place. Tobias pressing hard on Snake, that had just come back from his pit stop, so he was on fresh tires, probably cold. Great pressure from Tobias. Let's see if he'll attempt anything here. Just stays behind him. Clean lines for both of them. Little fast forward. We are watching Tobias as seen from Snake's car. I'm blinking here. And Tobias... No, Snake had to take his pit. My bad, I was wrong. I thought he already had his pit stop. On lap 35, Logic Line manages to catch back Given. It was something like 3 laps short to the end, and Given had to take an extra pit. Didn't expect that. And in his last lap, Flanked had another mistake and lost position again to Karsten. Karsten tried to keep as fast as possible in the night, but Flanked was just faster, so he managed to catch him back just on last lap and to bring home a 3rd place after crossing Karsten to Rouge and passing him at Redillon. Nothing memorable, just a solid, safe pass. That was worth a podium. That's it. Flanked brought home a good third place. Actually a really good third place, seeing that he had a lot of mistakes. And here we have Da Vinci taking a bus stop for last time and bringing home his first win in the first race. And we are watching Jigs2 taking his 2nd place, really close to each other. A beautiful race. And this is the final classification. We have Da Vinci, Jig, Flanked, Karsten, Aboy, Tobias. Then we have Vic, Filipino, Snake, Logix, Kang and Given. This is all. I hope you enjoyed. the video and see you next week. Bye.